Hey, welcome to the Nursing Dose with your host, Farah, aka Dr. Laurent. I am a nurse career coach and business mentor, and of course, the host of Nurses Making Business Moves Conference. So, if you've never heard of this conference, it's happening for a second time in Tampa, Florida in March. And it's going to be March 6th and 7th, 2026. We're going to get into some details, some updates. And for those who, like I said, who don't know me, my work has been featured in various media, such as The Jennifer Hudson Show, Black Enterprise, and the list goes on, right? So, who is this conference for? This conference is for all nurses, whether you want to grow in your career and you want to learn how to grow faster through networking, through leveraging, building a brand, and to switch your mindset to think more like a business, right? You are a brand as a nurse and you are a business, okay? So any nurse can attend. You actually don't have to be a nurse to attend. You can be a business student, someone who's an entrepreneur and who's just business minded, who wants to be in community with other entrepreneurs and just to learn more about business and how you can grow your business to the next level, whatever that looks like for you. So, if you're starting a side hustle, or maybe you want to start a side hustle, but you're not quite sure the steps on how to do that, this conference has everything that you need from starting your business to scaling your business. Okay. So, like I said, who can attend? Anyone that's business minded and who's interested in starting or growing their business. Okay. Why did I start this conference, right? So, this conference was specifically started because I've always had this vision and this mission to help nurses break out of the traditional thinking and to start thinking more like a business, to change their perspective on how to create wealth and financial freedom. And a lot of nurses have been getting into business, but there is not really a lot of spaces or conferences specifically for nurses who are interested in business. So this is the place to be. This is the room to be. Nurses making business moves. And it all started from really my journey from being an emergency nurse, moving on into education and in some leadership roles. I've always been a mentor to new nurses. So um, naturally, I was always guiding nurses in their careers and also in leadership and education roles. So then I decided I would start a nurse career coaching business where help nurses get into specialty areas, specifically new nurses, because I didn't have a nurse career coach when I first started as a brand new nurse. And I was told that I would never be an emergency nurse because my clinical instructor was not very supportive. So I decided to pursue education and then open up my business as a nurse career coach so I can help the next generation of nurses. So since that journey, I've really helped over 200 nurses land their dream role. One sec. Um, Helped over 200 nurses land their dream role, making six figures. Making six figures anywhere from 100,000 to 175,000, right? So I've been kind of documenting my journey as a novice entrepreneur all the way until now. And so many other nurses were asking me, how did I start my business? How did I form the LLC? How do I stay committed to entrepreneurship while I was still, working and managing my business as a side hustle and now growing the business? Being a solopreneur, how did I learn about the business basics, marketing, sales, all the things, right? So over the last 5 years, I've really been obsessed and committed to professional development and learning about business. I've joined multiple coaching programs. have, watched multiple podcasts and followed some of the greats in business, such as, Alex and Layla Hermosi, Gary Vee, Cody Sanchez, Daniel Priestley, all these marketers and millionaires to really see the roadmap. So, because so many nurses were coming up to me and asking me this, I started by just writing a workbook called Nurses Making Money Moves, a nurse's guide to starting a business. So many nurses were getting that book. Some nurses got the book and started businesses just from reading the book and doing, the activities in there. And then I started exhibiting at conferences, and so many nurses kept thanking me for the work that I was doing, the content that I was putting out. And that's when it hit me. I was like, I want to create a conference and a space for nurses and other entrepreneurs who are not necessarily in healthcare to come together so that we can create this community of, like a safe community to discuss business. There's no gatekeeping. We could talk about financial literacy and wealth, talk about strategies for marketing, social media content, and really normalize nurses wanting to get into business and normalize entrepreneurs, specifically, of course, I'm going to say supporting female entrepreneurs grow their business, right? As we know, historically, it's been difficult for women to get funding for business and things like that. So that's why I decided to create this conference. The first conference I literally pulled off in less than 3 months and hosted it just this past March. It was called Nurses Making Money Moves. And now the second one is Nurses Making Business Moves. And officially, I'm also trademarking. It's in the process, trademarking that name. I just thought it would be, a better move moving forward for growth, but I'm still keeping the tagline, Nurses Making Money Moves, right? So if you happen to be watching, let me know if you have any questions or comments, drop them in the chat. If you already got your tickets, let me know in the chat if I'll be seeing you in Tampa. I know a couple people messaged me today that got their tickets and actually that are submitting their video to enter the pitch competition for their opportunity to win $5,000. All right, so we're going to get into that in just a moment. But let me know if you have any comments or questions. Put it in the chat. Sorry, my computer keeps shaking. Comments or questions, put them in the chat, even if you're watching the replay, okay? And I'm live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. If you are on those platforms currently and you want to find out more about the conference, you can literally just go to nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com. I'll put it up now. That's the official website. And that's where you can get all the information about the pitch competition. So just to backtrack, the reason it's in March, it's because it's Women's History Month. And also it's on International Women's Day weekend, because I'm all about women empowerment and helping women in business. And of course, nurses in business. Okay. But again, anyone can attend the conference. It's open to everybody. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a female to attend. Last time we did have a large female presence, of course, but anyone can attend who is business minded. You don't even have to be a nurse. Like I said, you could be a student. All are welcome. All industries are welcome. So we actually have an opportunity also for sponsorship for those who are looking to sponsor this event, who want to be in alignment with helping businesses, learn more and to grow their business. So if you're interested in sponsoring, definitely contact me. There's different packages for sponsoring. And let's say you are interested in supporting the conference, you can attend in person, and you can't be an exhibitor, but you want to help and support in some way, message me, because I'm open to any donations as well to make this possible. Because full transparency, the last conference, I actually only had about 3 months or less to put it on, and I did not have any sponsors. So we definitely want to grow this conference and make it bigger and better. So if you want to support, definitely I encourage you to direct message me and I'll send you the sponsorship ship packages and also, open to taking any donations. Okay. Back to the 5,000. Okay. If you want to enter to win 5K for your business, whether you have a business or not, you can enter. So again, if you have a business idea and you're like, I want to start this type of business, you can still enter the pitch competition. If you have a business that's 5 years or less, you can also enter the pitch competition. All you need to do is submit a 90-second video explaining what your business idea is or what your current business is, what it does, how it serves and makes an impact to those that you serve, whether it's a product or service. And then you have to just identify what making business moves means to you in this 90-second video. And then also just talk about what winning the 5K will mean for your business and also the impact that you're trying to make in your business. Okay, so that's essentially really all you need to do. And then obviously the presentation, your enthusiasm, all those things will be taken into consideration. And then once you submit, the deadline is this Monday. So you want to submit this weekend, ideally. You don't need a fancy, video. You could do it from your phone. Okay. And then just upload the video with proof of purchase. So the criteria is that you have to purchase a ticket to the conference because the finalists will be announced in January. And then those finalists will actually go to Tampa. And of course, you have to get your own way there. If you're in the Tampa area, great. It's going to happen at the University of Tampa in their entrepreneurship building, which is super close again to the airport if you're coming internationally, because we have attendees that are coming all the way from Canada, from the UK, and Australia. Last time we had 20 different states represented. So people come from all over. So Tampa is a place where there is an international airport. So it's super easy to get to. The venue is only 10 minutes away from the airport, which is the University of Tampa, right? And so the finalists will go live and have a pitch competition in front of 3 judges, and those judges will decide the ultimate winner who will win the 5K. And you're not only just winning 5K, you're also going to have bragging rights, right? That you're the winner of this pitch competition. Number 2, you'll be featured on this podcast, The Nursing Dose with Farah. I have over 32,000 people who follow me here on LinkedIn and also followers on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. So you'll have exposure to that audience. And you'll also be featured in my newsletter, Nurses Making Money Moves newsletter, which I think I have about over 15K people subscribed. Okay. I'm going to go to some comments now. I'm a nursing assistant with 2 years diploma and 2 years of looking for a job. Okay, yeah. So I'm not helping anybody internationally come. This is not what this is about. However, there are tons of resources for you out there in agencies that can help you for what you're looking for. But thank you for watching. And again, if you have any specific questions and you want to learn more about the pitch competition, more about the conference, like I said, the pitch competition ends. The submission deadline is this Monday, December 15th. You have to submit before 12 midnight in order to be eligible to be in the pitch competition, right? To win that 5,000. Okay. So go to nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com. You can enter there. You can purchase your ticket there. There's videos from last year, some photos, so you can get a better sense of the conference. Okay. Throughout the week, I'll also be dropping a bunch of testimonials of attendees who were there at the last conference. I'll also be going live with more of the speakers, more of the attendees that'll be coming through. And I'll be sharing more information just about branding and business. So look out for more posts on that. And there's a couple surprises coming that I'll be announcing this week. Wednesday, I will be going live with a special guest. So to get ready for that, I'm pretty sure that we're going to be going live December 17th at 3 p.m. Eastern, and that's 12 PST for anybody that's out in the Cali area, on the other coast. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. And again, other updates about the conference, as I mentioned, it's going to be at the University of Tampa. Just to again wrap up what I was just talking about, there are still tables available. So if you are a business and you want to get your business, whether it's a product or a service, you want to get your business out there in front of nurses and other entrepreneurs, this is the perfect place to do it. I'm expecting close to 100 or 150 attendees this time, potentially more. There is capacity for more. So you will get your brand and business in front of so many people really internationally, because there are people coming all the way from Canada, the UK, Australia, and all over the US. Over 20 different states will be represented. So if you want to also support the conference, maybe you can attend, maybe you can get a table, but you want your business to be promoted at the conference. Like I said, I do have opportunities for different sponsorship levels. I believe the lowest one starts at 2,500, I believe, and then there's 3,000, 5K, 10K, and so on. So some of that information will be released next week, and it'll be updated on the website. Like I said, if you want to learn more, go to nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com. You can get your tickets there. And get your tickets early, because you don't want to miss out on this early bird pricing. And what is included in the ticket, I'll break it down. March 6th is when the conference kicks off, which is a Friday. So March 6th at the University of Tampa in Tampa, Florida. March 6th is a Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. We're going to have a VIP dinner soiree. There's going to be a DJ, music, food, drinks. So you'll have access to all of that. Last time it was a separate event, and not all of the attendees attended, but this time everyone that purchases a ticket will have access to that VIP dinner cocktail soiree night. Okay. And that is Friday from 5 to 9. Okay. And it still will be held at the same venue, the University of Tampa, their entrepreneurship center. Okay. So that's Friday. You will also have the opportunity to have your table on that Friday. So there'll be vendors there, exhibitors, right? So you can purchase books, products, whatever it is. Then Saturday, which is March 7th, you will have the all-day conference that'll start at 8 in the morning and it'll end at about 5:30. The agenda is to follow very soon, so look out for that. But it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a good time. So don't even worry about the agenda. Okay, so 8 a.m. doors will open sooner for obviously the exhibitors to get ready and everything like that. But you'll have breakfast. You'll also have lunch. Okay, and then beverages and things like that, refreshments. And then you'll have access to all the speakers. They'll be there. The all-day conference, and then we're going to have the pitch competition, right? Where you'll have the opportunity to watch the pitch competition and also participate if you are a finalist, and have your opportunity to be selected as the top finalist and win the 5K. Okay. There's also some potential of investors that I'm talking to now. to see if they'll also be present. So if you want to pitch your potential product or service to investors, that'll happen as well. Okay. I'm not promising, but pretty sure they will be in attendance. Okay. So what else can I answer for you regarding updates? Oh yeah, for in terms of the hotel stay, because some people are asking about that. So I'm working on some room blocks, but again, it's kind of complicated because people are coming from all over. People have different preferences. So I may do a couple rooms, um, but it's very hard to commit to a certain amount. But anyways, the hotel recommendation is on the website, Nurses Making Business Moves. And that's the Hilton downtown Tampa, which I've stayed there before. So if anyone from the Hilton is watching, shout out if you want to be a sponsor. So I'm going to reach out to them and see what we can make happen. So more to come on that. But like I said, I am recommending the Hilton downtown Tampa because that's where I stayed previously. But there are so many hotels and different accommodations that you can look into because it's right downtown and it's filled with so many different places. Also, the last conference, so many people met each other. So some people are actually going to be getting, Airbnbs or renting a place where they can all stay or sharing rooms and stuff like that. So if you have a, business bestie that you want to come with, definitely look into that so that it could be more affordable. Okay. So I'm going to wrap it up in just a few minutes. But let me know if you have any questions or comments. Again, nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com. You need to get your tickets now. Enter the pitch competition because the deadline is this Monday, December 15th, to submit your 90-second video so that you can enter the competition. The finalists will be announced in January. But once you miss the deadline, that's it. So you want to purchase your ticket so you could be eligible to submit your 90-second video, and you can potentially win $5,000 and have multiple features in my newsletter, on this podcast. And also you will get a one-on-one coaching session with me to talk about anything you want to talk about in your business or branding, marketing, sales, whatever it is. You will also get that. Okay. We're also working on some other surprises for the runner ups. So the top 3 will definitely get something. So that's basically it. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to try to see if I can go live later today. If I do go live, it might be around 3 p.m. Eastern or 12 noon PST. And if I get any questions, I'll definitely look through the comments or questions. Again, go to nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com. Tell your friends, bring a friend, tag a friend, repost this for me. Even if you can't support in terms of being a sponsor or monetary, at least repost this for me so more eyes can get on this. So for anyone that wants to enter the pitch competition, they'll have the opportunity to win $5,000 for their potential business or their current business. Okay. So that would be wonderful if you could support in that way, or comment or tag a friend that you think might be interested. And again, to reiterate, you don't have to be a nurse to attend, even though nurses is in the title. All are welcome. Okay. And other entrepreneurs who have come in the past, there's been some marketers, social media content creators, and influencers. Some finance peeps came through. And also people that had businesses selling products like jewelry and clothing and things like that. So definitely reach out to me if you're interested to be a sponsor. Or if you have any questions at all, feel free to DM me or just go to nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com and get your ticket. Okay? Or get it for someone else. It's the holiday season, right? Surprise a friend, get another ticket, and bring your friend along. All right. So that's it for me right now. Again, I am the host of the Nurses Making Business Moves conference, author of Nurses Making Money Moves book, A Nurse's Guide to Starting a Business. I am also a nurse career coach. So anyone who's recently graduated, any new nurses that's looking to get hired, wants to level up in their career, wants to land six figures in their preferred specialty like the ICU, the ED, L&D, psych, outpatient setting, wherever you want, I can help you get there. I've helped over 200 nurses land their dream role. Okay. So reach out to me because I do have a couple spots open in my new graduate nurse coaching program. So DM me if you are interested, and we can go through the application process to see if you qualify to enter the coaching program. I also have a Nurses Making Business Moves Accelerator, which is a group coaching program for aspiring nurse entrepreneurs to help with their visibility, their branding, lead generation, and really all things business to start off the new year, right? So it's a 3-month program. If you want to learn more about that, and if you are eligible to enter this program, let me know if you're interested to learn more. Just direct message me. Okay. So a lot of different things going on. Super excited about 2026. You don't want to wait. So get your tickets to the conference, Nurses Making Business Moves, and I'll see you in Tampa, Florida, March 6th and 7th. Let's get it. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Please repost this, share it with a friend.